Hi everyone, this is Caroline. I am so excited to share with you guys this video because it's one of my most asked videos, how to start with eyeshadow. This video is for beginners and we are going to be talking about the basics of applying eyeshadow. So I hope this video is useful to you. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the notification button. Let's go ahead and get started. What you need is, of course, eyeshadow and then your eyeshadow brushes. Typically, if you have more space between your eyes and your eyebrow, you want to go with bigger brushes. So when gurus on YouTube say something like use fluffy dome brush, this is the one that I will be using. As you can see, it's a smaller dome. This is the one I use to blend things out. If I compare it to the one that I usually start out with, which is a larger dome brush, you can see the difference. Now, because I have so much space, I prefer to use this one for my transition or for the middle of my eyelid. Now, if you have a smaller space or you have monolid, you can even go small with a brush that looks like this. So let's compare the three of them. And these are all considered dome brushes. My purposes and for my eyelid space, I am going with the bigger brush. Actually, because I want this to be basic, we are going to use ELF brushes, ELF. These brushes can be found at Target and they're usually like $1 a piece. So this is for real beginners. So I will be using my ELF brush, although I would prefer to use a bigger brush just because of my eyelid space. The three brushes that I'm going to be using today for the purpose of 101 eyeshadow are large, fluffy dome brush. And then you want to get something like a flat shader brush. Those are the two main brushes that you want to start with. We'll go to a third step, but this is a step you could possibly skip. Now, most quads or palettes already come with shadows that complement each other. This is the easiest one I could grab right now, so that's why I'm using it. But if you start with any Maybelline, CoverGirl, they're usually like 4 to 5, sometimes 6 shadows in there, and they all complement each other. So whatever palette you have, go ahead and grab it. Now, typically you want to use shimmer or glitter on your lid area. And then in the center of your eye, you want to use more of a matte color. And then on the top, depending on what you really like, you could use a little shimmer or you can use a neutral color there. We are gonna use 3 colors and that's basically all you need. So the shimmer I'm gonna use here is Half Baked. And then I'm going to use a mixture of Buck and Naked for the center of my eye. And then I'm gonna use a mixture of Naked and Sin for my eyebrow bone, which is right there, my brow bone. When you get your shadow, you wanna use a clean brush. And you just want to get your shadows using your flat shader brush. You just want to tap it in there. Then you want to shake off the excess. There's a bunch, I don't know if camera could pick that up, but there was a bunch on there. Now, you want to close your lid. Now, for your lid space, you want to get your shadow all over the lid. And you want to use a tapping motion here. You want to keep your color just on your lid. See, so I'm just patting it all over my lid. Paying attention to get it to where my lash line is. Now, using your dome brush, like I said, I'm gonna mix. And these are matte colors, so Naked and Buck. I'm gonna use more of the Naked, so it's your neutral color. And as you can see, I just barely tap it in there. Shake off the excess. I'm gonna start from my outer, and I'm just gonna go in a windshield wiper. Going back and forth. You want to get close to where your lid shade is so you can diffuse that color so it's not a harsh line. You want to just go back and forth, and you can use circular motions if you like. The second part is you want to wipe off that same brush on an old towel where there's no color on the dome brush, And then you want to kind of go in and diffuse the color, the top of where you just added that color, so that it can transition well. So if you can see where that is, and this is where there's no shadow at all, and this is where I'm adding the color. Go back in with our shader brush, going to clean it off as well. Then I'm going to take a little bit of Naked, a little bit of Sin, maybe a little bit of Virgin, tap off the excess. I'm going to hit my brow bone, and that's basically right at the tip of wherever your arch is. And I'm just going to put it in, work it down. Those are your 3 colors. Now, if you want to get a little bit more fancy, you're going to take that smaller dome brush. Let's compare them again so you can see the difference. And this is just like a Walgreens brand. I wanted to use brushes that are easy to find and very inexpensive. So I'm going to take that smaller dome brush, and then I'm going to take Buck, which was the darkest one we used. So now we've only used Buck, Naked, Sin, and Virgin. But I'm going to go back into the Buck. Now this step, you could stop right here, and this looks awesome. This is the beginning of you starting with eyeshadow. If you want to get a little bit more fancy, the tip right here of your eye is called the outer V. It's basically like a caret or a greater less than sign. And it starts from the tip, and you're gonna go up towards the lid and where your lash line is. So taking a darker color, you wanna start right at the tip, and you wanna add that to your outer V. And you just wanna actually trace out a V. You can see the difference. It adds a lot of depth. And then we're gonna go back in with our medium-sized dome brush, and we're just gonna, we want all the colors to seamlessly fade in together. So all I'm doing is, this is real time, fading the colors in together. You don't wanna just see this huge old dark brown on the corner of your eyes. And I'm not gonna move it too far because I want the color to stay concentrated in that corner. Not sure if you can see that, but I'm accentuating my eye shape, and I'm just adding color. After I do all my blending, I go back in and I add my shade color just to intensify it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my face, and then I'll let you see the end product. And basically, if you can get these steps, you are on your way to becoming a pro. All right, I'll be right back. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And basically, you can do this. You could duplicate this look. Won't you comment below and let me know if it's something that you tried? You know, it's basically 3 colors. I mixed some of them so that they complemented my skin tone. But if you get any quads from the store, even if it's like a Wet n Wild or e.l.f. brand, go ahead and practice with it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and comment below on any questions and on any videos that you would like me to do. I hope you guys are blessed. Bye and have a great day.